Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Robert Johnson and I'll be discussing Michelangelo's Last Judgment. The Last Judgment by Michelangelo covers the wall behind the altar in the Sistine Chapel. The work of art depicts the second coming of Christ, the imaginative vision that prevails in this painting, although the Holy Bible was Michelangelo's inspiration. The picture illuminates out of the mean figure of Christ, and Michelangelo has chosen to illustrate the peculiar saints included in the work holding the instruments of their agonizing afflictions rather than their actual views of torment. Michelangelo had been given artistic license to paint scenes not only from the Holy Bible, but also from Greek mythology when finishing his Last Judgment. This shows great faith in his artist by his advocate, Pope Paul III. Unsuccessfully, it was decided that the work of art in holy places had to be a bit more modest, and a disciple of Michelangelo, Daniel della Ventura, was certified to cover up the nudists with loincloths and veils. The original painting, everyone was nude, but della Ventura's intercession gave him a different appellation of the marker of breeches. As 2 centuries passed, the painting was censored more for the same reason. The chapel in 1980 and 1990 was restored, but only Daniel della Ventura's edition was saved as a part of the history of the work of art. All other editions have been removed. I will discuss the Last Judgment, some of my favorites. At the top of the painting, the cross, the crown of thorns, and other symbols of Passion of Christ can be seen. Christ the Judgment. The center figure is Christ deciding the destiny of the human race. With a gesture of the arms, he damns a large part of humanity, casting them into hell, but some are saved, rising to heaven. Angel trumpets and the Archangel Michael. The dead are awakened by the angel trumpets, and Archangel Michael reads from the Book of Souls to be saved. The larger book on the right contains a list of the damned destined for hell. Saint Bartholomew holds his own skin. Saint Bartholomew holds a sheet of skin, his own skin, in his left hand, and in his right hand is a knife. This symbolizes the terrible fate of Bartholomew, who was flayed alive. The face on the skin is reputed to be a self-portrait of the artist Michelangelo. Saint John the Baptist. On the left of the picture are Saint Andrew holding his cross, and Saint John the Baptist is the powerful figure gazing at Christ. Saint Peter. The figure of Saint Peter on the right holds a silver key and a gold key, the keys to heaven. This is actually a portrait of Pope Paul III. Saint Sebastian, Saint Blaise, and Saint Catherine. Saint Catherine holds the toothed knife of her affliction, and Saint Blaise carries the iron comb used for his torture. Saint Sebastian is beside them with arrows in his hand. The boatman Charon. I really don't have time to go over this one, ladies and gentlemen, but it's when Charon carries the people off to hell, and also this one, the resurrection of the dead, is when Christ calls everyone to meet him in the air. Now the damned man. Lower down on Christ's right is the figure of the damned man who covers up his eye in fear of his terrible fate. I wouldn't want to be this guy. It's very frightening looking. And this picture here I really can't discuss neither, but as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's hell, and it's very frightening. Now what a way to end everything, ladies and gentlemen. The saved rejoice. In this picture, everyone is rejoicing. Everyone who's saved. Last Judgment typically contains images portraying the physical suffering of damnation and the rejoicing of salvation. Through his poetry and visual art, we get a glimpse of the arc of his imagination, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, thank you.